So we've taken our next step in this infinite journey of enlightenment. A series of events have taken place that has brought us to where we are right now. This is the most important time of our lives. It's in this very moment which exists prior to a thought that we have the potential to be. Being exists in this moment, in this time, and knowing, seeing, feeling, and experiencing all that there is right now. Stay tuned as Ron Ash teaches how to locate our special gift, connect with spirit, and intentionally create our experiences.
Good morning and welcome to Being with Ron Ash. I'm Ron Ash, and today we have Abiola Abrams joining us. Abiola on LSD, Love, Sex, and Dating. Welcome to the show, Abiola.
Hi there, Ron. I'm so excited. We're going to enjoy these weekly visits so much.
I'm starting to think we're a little in sync.
Yes, we are. We are absolutely in sync. I think last time that I was on, the last couple of times we had really great conversations and everything was really lining up. And so you're going to be even more thinking how in sync we are when I tell you what I would love for us to start the conversation off with today.
All right, I'm ready, willing and able.
Okay, that's how I like my men. So today, Ron, I was listening to the show earlier, and it was so inspiring. You were talking about the importance of being able to go for your dreams, seeing your goals, and believing that all things are possible no matter what. And I would love to continue that discussion of, and of course, if we get any callers in the meanwhile, we can definitely let them in on the line and have them join the conversation or ask questions and that sort of thing. But I really wanted, Ron, to talk about the importance of having a partner in your life that sees that vision for you. So it's really important to, that we have a vision for ourselves and for our lives. And, a specific picture is better, but a specific intention is best. Like you may not know, what exactly it is that you envision for every moment of your life. And that's okay because you're leaving room for the possibilities. But when you have the intention and your intention is clear and you know that well-being is flowing, that all things are possible, that the universe is open to you, and that you have the power really, and this is not just BS or blowing smoke up anybody's booty or anything like that, that you have the power to make your life into what it is that you want. That's part of the puzzle. But because we are human beings who live in partnership, everyone wants love, everyone wants to have, friends around them, that it's really important that the people that you choose to surround yourself with in your life, and particularly the person that you enter into those romantic partnerships with, also hold that vision. Because there's nothing more powerful than having a mate or a partner that sees your best for you. That when you say, like you were saying earlier, you say you want to be president. If you have imagine if Barack Obama, instead of Michelle, dating, Lisa Obama, and he said to Lisa one day, maybe 8 years ago or so, gee, Lisa, I don't like what's going on in the country. I think I can do a better job. And Lisa said, Barack, you're always dreaming these big dreams. I don't know what's wrong with you. Come on, why would you think that you could be president? You got a good gig here, why don't you just, you went to law school, you got a degree, you're a bright man, just get a job in a law firm, get a good job with some benefits, and we'll be fine. Stop filling your head with all of this stuff. You're a black man, it's not possible, we live in America. What's your problem? I mean, dreams are okay, but we live in the real world. I love you, Barack, but I just want you to be realistic. I love you, Barack, but I just want you to face reality, And so the partners that we choose in our life are really, really important. And that partner has to be able to see your best vision for you. That when you, Ron Ash, say whatever it is, if you say, one day I want to have the Ron Ash network like Oprah's own network, that your partner is able to say, yeah, I could see that, and really be able to see that with you. And so that when you're visualizing that for yourself, your partner is able to visualize it. When you're meditating on that for yourself, your partner is able to meditate on that for you. And likewise with you with their dreams also. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. So we are absolutely in sync.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Imagine that. Barack, come down to earth, pal. You're really dreaming. Get real. I mean, you got this education.
Right.
Get a job at a law firm. We can get a nice home in the suburbs and live this life. Yeah. But he had a gift. He had a gift inside of him, and I knew it. The first time I saw that man speak, I was in the kitchen. I turned to my wife and I said, "See this guy right here? He's going to be president of the United States someday." I felt it. Like right through my body. I just had this chill, this vibration just went right through me, and I knew. I knew it.
And like you said, you shared that moment with your wife. You know, that was a moment that you turned to your wife and you spoke those words to her. But yeah, the partners that we choose are really important. And Michelle could have easily said that. We've got 2 kids. We don't need this kind of hassle. You don't need to go and try for this when you know that you're not going to win. Why waste the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and there's a poem, I believe it's Robert Frost. I'll look it up in the break, but where he says, "Tread softly because I've spread my dreams under your feet." And so I would encourage everyone who's listening to ask yourself, with your partner, with your friends, with the people in your life, are you treading softly on their dreams or are you stomping on their dreams? When people come to you and say to you, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking I want to open an ice cream parlor on this corner or whatever they're thinking. I'm thinking I want to design a line of clothing. I'm thinking I really want to leave my job next year and, give it a go to open a chain of hair salons. Are you treading softly on their dreams?
Yeah. Yeah, I think many times they don't realize they're even doing it. They don't understand. They don't see what you see.
And often people are moving, they're speaking out of what they consider to be love and caring. They're coming from a place of fear, but it's their own fear. They're not fearful of what your life will mean for you. They're fearful of what your life will mean for them. And so they think, oh, well, if she's going to go off now on a tangent and start dreaming these crazy dreams, this could screw my plan up for my life. And not on a conscious level at all. Like I said, that people are coming from, they love you, so they feel like, okay, they don't want you to be hurt. They don't want you to go through any pain. But that's okay. Life is about us facing those challenges and rising stronger, from that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens with our parents when we're young. I mean, many times parents or friends of the parents or, aunts, uncles, grandparents, what have you, they don't want to see you dream big because they feel that if you don't accomplish that dream, you're going to be very disappointed. So that's when that plan B comes into effect. Well, if that doesn't work out, if you don't end up being, this NFL star or, this famous entertainer, then, you should always have this to fall back on. Which is all well and good. I understand that, but you have to be very careful because, like I said previously, you're really kind of disrupting that main intention by saying, so this most likely it's probably not going to work. Somebody gave me a very interesting analogy the other day. They said that if you were getting ready to jump out of an airplane to skydive, and the guy said, well, in most cases it does open. It may not. What are your chances at that point to really go ahead and jump out of that airplane?
Right.
Slim to none.
Right. It's true. You create self-fulfilling prophecies in that way. And that's why, we don't get to choose our parents, but you do get to choose who you walk through this life with as your mate, your partner, your significant other.
Yeah.
So in that place, you do have choice.
And if you can get somebody by your side that believes in you and believes in what you can accomplish, and, they will, if they involve themselves with it, but they have to, see it, see what you're doing, see what's going on, see the opportunities and understand why those opportunities are important to you and to your career. If they're just kind of in the shadows there and they're just concentrating on, I don't know, no job, then guess what? You're really creating that type of rift in energy for yourself and your family. I don't know if you ever had the opportunity to get inside one of those round, above-ground swimming pools when you were a kid with a bunch of friends, but I had the opportunity. And I did it with my kids, too. But you get in the pool, and you're all kind of standing up in the water there, and you begin to all move in the same direction over and over again. And as you keep going, it gets easier to walk. You walk faster and faster and faster. Eventually, you could even be running. And that current is actually kind of following you. You're pushing that current forward. It's just like the same thing. Energy works that same way. And what happens is, after a while, you can just, lay down and float in the pool, and that current will continue to take you around and around and around, and that's really how the universe works. When you put out that intention and you begin to concentrate on that, you begin to affirm it, you begin to see it in your mind and feel it in your heart, that energy will begin to take you to your ultimate destiny.
Right, absolutely. That's why it's important to be clear on what kind of current you're jumping into.
And if you and the other thing is, if you have a partner who decides that, hey, you know something, I'm going to go in the other direction, or I'm just going to stand still in this thing, guess what? That energy is not going to take you as efficiently. I mean, it could still take you there, but it's going to be more difficult. Just imagine if you have someone who's by your side, who believes in you, who sees you for who you are and the potential you have for being all that you're created to be. Wow.
Then you're
both
unstoppable.
Going to benefit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had the pleasure a few years ago, Ron, of interviewing this best-selling author who told me that, she had just gone through a really bitter divorce. And what it was that her husband he had always been very discouraging of her as a writer. And he would, feel like, you're wasting your time, I don't know why you're doing this, and just be very critical of her. And then when her book came out, and she self-published it, and it was a huge blockbuster because then it got picked up by a publisher because it was selling so well.
Yeah.
And, she was selling out of her car and everything. Then he could see it. He couldn't see it until it was manifested, until it was real. And then so when she started speaking about the next goal that she had, which was then, having a publishing company and helping other self-published authors to accomplish the same, that he still was in his same old groove of, well, no, you've got this going, well, why not just ride out on this? And she said that she loved him, but she had to walk away because she felt like he was holding her back. He was limiting because she didn't want to step on him or make him feel like he was less than, so she was limiting herself. That she was playing small or moving slower, talking about that current that you were talking about, moving slower than she wanted to be able to move because she wanted to be respectful of his fears, really. And so she walked away from that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned it in one of your videos that the price is too high. You can't. I forget exactly how you put it, but it was basically that the cost is way too high to lower yourself to somebody else's expectations, or to make somebody else feel better about themselves, who they are. I think it was revolving around self-esteem issues, and I really wanted to mention too. While we were talking, I was thinking to myself, and many times they do see it. They do see that we're going far, but they're scared. They're afraid that if we get there, then where does that leave them? Are they going to be left in the dust? Now they have that intimidation. In fact, now they're around all these different people, and since they have a low self-worth, they don't believe in themselves, they haven't learned to love themselves for who they are and all they're created to be, then they're they're trying to hold us down and and stop us from moving forward to protect what they have.
Exactly. And as I say all the time, there's nothing you can do to make yourself small enough to make someone else feel
There
big.
you go. That's exactly what really inspired me to bring that up. Yeah. Say that one more time. Let me hear that again.
There is nothing that you can do to make yourself small enough that you will make another person feel big. That if the person has a limited of themselves, that you can't join them in that security hoping to lift them up by shrinking yourself. You know, and so many of us are doing that. So many of us do that. You know?
Yep. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a few with Fabiola Abrams on WNRI 1380 AM, and we are national and international at WNRI.com. Be back in a few.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine is the perfect resource for those seeking a healthy, natural lifestyle. In every free monthly publication, you'll find practical, cutting-edge information on natural health, nutrition, personal growth, green living, creative expression, and more. Find Natural Awakenings wherever free magazines are found. Read it online at rinaturalawakenings.com or call 401-709-2473. Feel good, live simply, laugh more. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine.
True knowledge evokes wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge in practice. Selective knowledge facilitates error. In spirit is truth. Darshini in Spirit will help you find the answers you seek. Darshini sees. Internationally renowned clairvoyant and spiritual guide Darshini has a refreshingly honest and candid style that contributes greatly to her ability to counsel, heal, and guide. Motivational speaker, author, teacher. Experience Darshini in Spirit at 714-348-9994. Visit darshini-inspirit.com.
Learn how to connect with spirit and create the life of your dreams. Purchase the complete Ron Ash collection and save 45% now. Get the Apostles' Recipe for Happiness, Breaking Through, Being, and the Secret of Divine Intervention today for only $30. That's $25 off the retail price. Make your life-expanding purchase today at beingwithronash.wordpress.com. Again, that's beingwithronash.com.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com.
And we're back. That was Eric Peterson bringing us back from break with his title, Rainbow. You can check out Eric Peterson most Sundays at Unity Radiant Light. For service times and location, visit unityradiantlight.org. You listen to Being with Ron Ash and Abiola Abrams today. Abiola on LSD, Love, Sex, and Dating. Any questions? The call-in number is 424-757-1425. If you just want to give your opinion on the topic, give us a call. That's 424-757-1425. Boy, we're getting into it with how important it is to really have the right partner in our life. And I think when people choose a partner, they're not really paying attention to that word partner, are they, Abiola?
No, they're not. They're not. I mean, and we're human beings, you know. So we a lot of times get caught up in the superficial. I certainly have been guilty of that. You know, we get caught up with what our eyes can see, but we forget that that's not the entire picture. You know, what our eyes can see is just the surface. It's just a tiny part of it. And so partnership, if you really, really think about that word, is really powerful. You know, it's a much more powerful word than if you think of, you know, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife, my fiance, my, you know, lover. Your partner, that's someone who is going to be walking this road with you, the two of you together, manifesting and creating your life. I mean, how powerful is that? You know, the possibilities are endless. Yep. It doesn't get much more powerful than that.
Absolutely. So, I mean, there are people out there, they're in that situation, that they can see themselves where they want to be. They've identified their gifts, and I can't say it enough that passion is the soul's recognition of that capital G gift, because that's what you were born to do, and that's why when you're doing it, hours seem like minutes, and you can do it all day long. I mean, with what I'm doing, I'll get up in the morning at 8 o'clock, and I'll be, you know, working on this thing until midnight, or sometimes past that. If I'm writing a book and I'm into it, I'll get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'll write, you know, right into the early hours of the morning, and I won't even realize it.
Right,
that's what you're supposed to do.
Me too. Yeah, because we're caught up in that passion and that love, and it feels so good, and you know, and so people, other people sometimes don't understand. Like my mother will call and she'll be like, "Oh, you're still working, honey. I'm sorry," and I'm like, "No, I'm loving it. I'm having a great time." Like it's not that energy, you know. It's not like I'm at the, you know, the coal mines, you know, doing something that I don't want to do. Like I have to like fight myself to go to sleep at night, and then I'm bouncing up again in the morning because I'm loving what I'm doing. So when you can have that passion and be able to share that with someone, it's an exciting thing. And if you have a partner that you are already, say you're in a relationship, say right now you're in this situation, you're in a relationship with someone and you've been with them for a while, and you have, you know, big goals and dreams and some of the things that Ron was talking about earlier, and that they don't necessarily share that point of view. I'm not saying that right now you go home and you tell them it's over and you walk out immediately. What I would say is...
Grab that suitcase, empty those drawers, let's go.
Yeah, let's reel it back a little bit. What I would say is that you first figure out where they are and what their dreams are, and what it is that you want to, as you're creating these dreams, make them a part of the process so that you guys are building these dreams together. That's why you really want to be, if you can, aware of this before and while you are picking your partner, so that you're not having to go back afterward and, you know, see what you can do to remedy it. But I would say that, I mean, any of us, if someone came to you out of the blue and said, here is this goal for your life and here's how it's going to go, without kind of laying out how we got there and what it is and all of that, might have a natural resistance. And so some of us as creative people, we're so cerebral and we're so in our minds and we have the picture so strong for ourselves that we forget to share the journey, to share the steps of the journey, to share what's going on with the journey. And so then when you turn to your partner and you say, you know, honey, I'm going to leave my job tomorrow and open an ice cream parlor, then your partner's like, you're going to do what? Yeah, I'm going to open an ice cream parlor, blah, blah, blah. Like, it just seems to them like it came out of the blue.
Yeah.
So maybe you involve them in that process. You involve them in that dream, because everyone is not a visionary. And if you're a visionary person, it's hard for you to understand that. Like Ron, I can tell, is a visionary person. You know, I'm a visionary person. Like, I can see something before it's created crystal clear, just like it all.
And you can feel it, too. You know, it's like you're already there. Done deal.
No, you're already there. there, but everyone doesn't necessarily have that. We're all differently able. We have different gifts, and so you want to paint that picture for them. So maybe you want to, take picture cutouts and create a vision board or a treasure map of what that dream looks like. Here's what the ice cream parlor is going to be. Here's how I see it happening. Here are the steps that I see taking. Here's your role in it, because as Ron said earlier, a lot of times people are afraid that they're going to get left behind in your dream. Here's your role in it, and here's what my dream is, and this is really important to me. This is a big vision and a big goal I have for my life. I'm going full speed ahead, and I'm thrilled. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
And if they still, at that point, are not able to see it and are negative and are beating you down and are like, well, I don't really see that. That's not a possibility. You're always coming up with these things. And they are just really negative and ripping you apart, then I would say that you have to consider walking away. Because at that point, it becomes harmful, I believe.
Yeah. It really does, because you have that constant reminder of what you may not accomplish.
Right.
And that negative energy is creating a disruption in your energy flow. So, it may be even time to, sometimes you might say that, oh, maybe I should just take a break from this for a while, accomplish what I have to accomplish, and then, revisit this relationship at a later date. I don't know how well that would go over, but... I'm fishing for options. But let's open the phone lines.
Sometimes that's a softer place for us to get to say, okay, I'll revisit this person at a later date. That's an easier place emotionally for us to get to than a drastic change, which is fine.
Yeah.
Let's be gentle with ourselves.
And it's not their fault. They're just in a different place.
Right. Which is okay.
Yeah, but you have to decide if you want to be in that place with them.
Right.
The choice is yours. All right, we have a call. We have Anna from Manhattan.
Yes.
Hi, Anna.
Yes. Hi. I have a question, but I was wondering, can I ask like a psychic question or insight, or is it just a regular?
Well, tell us your question, and maybe we can give you some insight into it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I really like a guy in my neighborhood, and I was wondering if if you see anything with me and him happening. We've been kind of checking each other out, but.
Well, what's going on right now when you say we're kind of checking each other out? What do you really mean by that? A glance?
Well,
a brief glance
looking,
as you walk on one sidewalk and he's walking on the other sidewalk?
Yeah, looking basic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you see anything developing?
Well, what do you feel?
I'm not psychic, so you take that, Ron, and then I'll say it.
I'm more empathic.
I don't know if you're tuned in, Ron, but yeah.
I'm a strong believer in law of attraction principles, and I don't mean law of attraction a way to find a mate. It's more or less how to use the energies of the universe to create what we want, what you and I are talking about, really, and we're talking about, careers and relationships and things like that, is really seeing what you want. And the first step in really developing a relationship is to have a relationship with the most important person of all, and that's you, and know who you are, and know what you love to do, and know what you want to be. And then the person who matches that vibration and complements that and will help you to facilitate that will come into your life. I mean, just, to have a glance of somebody, and like Abiola was saying, it's really, that's pretty much, the initial stages of that attraction, that aesthetic appeal. Right, Abiola?
Yeah,
right.
Aesthetic appeal. Yeah, there's that law of it.
Anna, let me ask you a question. Can you describe for us what your ideal partner looks like? And not physically, but just what your ideal relationship and partnership.
Just a fun, exciting, communicative guy that's respectful and tolerant of things, and has a good frustration toleration, and is kind and open-minded and funny. A traveler, I like traveling, and healthy, warm, very affectionate, and social, and is educated or is interested in education or positive growth, like spiritual, like and not too religious, and that it's fundamental. I like open-minded and traveling and doing things together. Like
okay,
that.
So now describe for us. That was well said. What I really liked about it is that you're very specific. You see what you want. I would say now describe for us your feelings around this guy. Tell us more about this guy, and give us a clear picture of the interaction. The last time you saw him.
Yeah.
Clear picture.
Just the interaction is playful, exciting, like looking in each other's eyes a lot when talking, really understanding each other and knowing our intentions and being open in the heart when we communicate. If there's a fight, there's a form of trust that things will be okay. There's this good feeling in my body that things are okay and that there's somebody in my life involved in it and not out of it or scared or something like that,
Or trying to just pull you into their life and asking you to detach from your life, to detach from your friends, to detach from your lifestyle. Because I see that happen way too often. I have a lot of female friends, and I can tell you, I joke about it too, on the show. But most of the times, and I understand this through many years, that when a man comes into their lives, many times they detach from their dreams, their ambitions, their friends, and everything else, and they just kind of give themselves 110% into this other person.
Right. Yeah. And it's like when we get with the other person, we've got to kind of re-language it. It's not that, that they are going to complete you or that you're going to lose yourself in them. Mm-hmm. It's that you're coming together as two wholes to be even brighter. It's mm-hmm. one person and one whole person to be one bigger, brighter person. And so what I would ask you, Anna, is the next time that you see this person, I don't know what physical I guess, reactions you've been giving to him. But the next time that you see him, I would give him a big, bright, welcoming smile. And see if from that he then comes up and approaches you or talks to you. I don't know if you're at a train station or what it is. But I would try two different things. I would give a smile. Because a lot of times, we forget that men are, just as shy and nervous as we are. So when you give him that big, beautiful smile, and I can see your face, that he feels like, okay, this is open, this is welcome, this is welcoming energy. And I would say that if you have the opportunity and you're at a bus stop or whatever it is, that you chat him up and see if there's any conversation. I would say if he does not make any overtures towards you, that you leave it at that. And here's the reason. That oftentimes, out of desperation, we as women force these situations with men who are not ready, who are not the one, who are not in the same place where we are, because we so desperately feel like, okay, we both, especially in a city like Manhattan, tough town, tough dating town. Okay, I got a reaction from this guy, and we try to, force it like, well, hey, let's go out and let's, do this and let's do that, and kind of force a relationship. And then when it falls apart a few months later or a few weeks later or whatever it is, because he's not ready and he didn't want a relationship, or maybe he's already interested in someone else, or whatever it is, that you kind of are forcing your hand and forcing that way. And I think that that's the way that you should approach it. The other thing that I would say, I love when you talked about what your goals were for partnership and your goals were for the relationship. I would say that add even more emotion and feeling into that, because, and I know that Ron will agree with this, that it's your feelings and your emotions that help your dreams to manifest. Right, Ron? Would you say that?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's the power of that feeling. And so add some joy into it. Add some jubilance into it. And so when you go out and you're walking down the street, whether it's this guy or another guy, I mean, this guy's just one person. You live in Manhattan. There's so many options. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. There's so many options available towards you. When you walk out into the street full of yourself and you have, before you left the house that morning, set it into your mind and your body like, yes, okay, I'm a powerful, manifesting woman. I am filled with love. Everyone who looks at me sees that and they want to be a part of it. And, you know, and you just are beaming with that kind of energy. You are going to be a magnet, whether it's for this guy or for whoever it is, your perfect good to come and find you. Then you will see that this guy and everyone else is going to be turning around. I'm telling you, try it. Try it this afternoon when you leave work or you head wherever you're heading. And when you are a woman in love with yourself and full of herself, that there is no more powerful force on this planet. No more powerful force.
You will attract exactly what you're putting out there. All right, time for another quick break. We'll be back with more Abiola on LSD, Love, Sex, and Dating right after these messages.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine is the perfect resource for those seeking a healthy, natural lifestyle. In every free monthly publication, you'll find practical, cutting-edge information on natural health, nutrition, personal growth, green living, creative expression, and more. Find Natural Awakenings wherever free magazines are found. Read it online at rinaturalawakenings.com or call 401-709-2473. Feel good, live simply, laugh more. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine. Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com.
We are back with Abiola Abrams, and we do have a call. We have Tish from Manhattan. Welcome to the show.
Hi there, Tish.
Hi, how are you? Hi,
I'm
Abiola.
great.
How are you doing?
Good.
You guys sound great. I really enjoy listening to the show. My question, I guess, it's kind of difficult. You've given a lot of good advice today, and I think you said something about a pattern that women do where they go after men, you know, that are unavailable, basically, you know, essentially. And I had a pattern for a while of doing that, and I think I'm blocked. You know, the last couple of years I decided the healthiest thing was to kind of take a break, you know, and not really date and kind of build myself, which I think was probably the healthiest thing to do. But now I'm getting a bit complacent, you know, in this situation, and I'm just wondering, you know, you were saying to visualize. I used to go after the bad boy types, basically. You know, I mean, I was in a long-term relationship for 12 years, but then after I broke up, it seems like I had a series of relationships that tended to be more of those elusive, not necessarily, maybe some players or just intimacy-challenged guys. And I'm wondering, how do you, I mean, because there's a thrill to that a bit, and how do you, I mean, do you have any advice on that, I guess, you know?
I I definitely have advice on that. Your name is Tish, right?
Right. Mhm.
Okay, so Tish, okay, here's where we begin. I know exactly what your patterns are and what you've gone through because my history is very similar to yours.
Mm-hmm.
You had the 13-year relationship. I had a 10-year relationship, and then after that, definitely a series of, I'll call it, unfortunate events.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So things are not as hopeless as they may seem because you took a very proactive, strong, and smart step for yourself in stepping back from the dating game and taking a break to get to know yourself. That is really important. That a lot of times, you know, we stay in it and keep on dating the same person in different pants over and over again and expect something to change, and we know that doing the same thing and expecting a different result is what? Insanity. So right now you're looking at how to move forward from that. I would say that because if you go out there now and just start walking down the street and start, you know, dating again, I can guarantee you that 9 out of the 10 of the men that you attract are going to be the same exact kind of guy. What you need to do, Tish, to break that energy and to break that pattern is, I would say, put yourself into a drastically different kind of dating pool. You said that you live in Manhattan, so maybe go on the website JDate or something like that, where and expose yourself you just need to start dating completely against type. And what you're doing first is you're not dating right away to go and find the one. You're dating just to learn how to date and how to be in a normal, quote-unquote, whatever that means, relationship again. Right. And you're going to just retrain your body and retrain your mind and retrain your heart to see what it feels like to be treated well, to see what it feels like to have someone that is fully available for you. Let me ask you a question, Tish. Do you feel that right now you are fully available?
You see, I have a feeling I'm not. I think subconsciously I'm not, you know.
If you have a feeling that you're not, then you are absolutely not available. And so that's the other part of what you really want to work on, because law of attraction states that if you go out there and you're an unavailable woman, you're going to attract
absolutely.
Men. If you go out there and you have insecurity issues and you think that you are somewhat less than worthy, you're going to attract people that are going to reflect that to you and say and prove to you, yes, we believe that you are less than worthy. And so I would say right now, continue the work on yourself. Continue the work on yourself. Continue to build yourself up. And when I say build yourself up and strong woman and those kinds of terms that a lot of times when we live in big cities, we picture walking around with this, you know, mental suit of armor, you know, like in the old, like on the 8 power suit, you know, shoulder pads. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being a woman who is in love with herself. I'm talking about being a woman who will not accept being treated less than because you can't even fathom it. That when you are feeling your power, that you won't even attract those kinds of people. They won't be able to see you. They won't be able to come in your energy because your energy field will be so strong. And so I think that right now where you're faltering is not necessarily the weakness on the kinds of guys and the weakness on the bad boys. I think that the weakness right now is in your belief in yourself, in your belief in what you think that you deserve. What is it what kind of relationship do you want for yourself, Tish?
Well, I would like a committed relationship, you know. I don't necessarily need to have marriage, but I would like, you know, I lived with somebody for, you know, that for 12 years. It was, you know, we were partners in every form. And he wasn't necessarily, I mean, he was a bad boy. He wasn't non-committal or something, and he had other issues, but he was, you know, definitely not the type that I would want to be with now, you know, and I would want the positive elements of that where, you know, you share things together. I mean, in other ways it was very much a partnership. It's just that he was a destructive personality. I don't want that, you know, and that's, you know, it's just hard to, I guess the longer you're alone, the more you see yourself as that, I guess, you know, and that's the fear. I guess I have a real block, and
Okay, so let's because we're running out of time, and I really am enjoying talking to you about this because I feel like you're not as far off as you think that you are. Let's start with relanguaging some of that. So when you say, well, the longer that I'm alone, the longer I continue seeing myself as alone.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to change that vision for yourself, because what you're doing is that's an affirmation that you've created for yourself. The longer I'm alone, the longer I can see myself as I'm alone. That's an affirmation, and that's a vision that you are putting forward into the world, and the universe has no choice but to reflect that back to you. And so if you want something different, let's try putting something different out there. How about instead of, the longer I'm alone, the longer I can see myself as alone, you say, the longer I'm alone, the more that I look forward to being in a great partnership again. The longer that I'm alone, the more I get to know how phenomenal I am. The longer I'm alone, the more I know what a wonderful woman my future mate is going to be getting. You see what I'm saying? So you're putting forward a different intention. And not just words. Like a lot of people, they'll start repeating a bunch of affirmations and they'll say, well, gee, that didn't work. And it's because it's not the words. It's your intention and it's your belief about yourself. And so I want you to think about also, Tish, what you feel your worth is. What kind of a man do you feel deserves to be in your life? What do you feel you deserve as a woman? Because a lot of times we have very puny dreams or goals or thoughts or visions about who we think that we deserve to be with. We think, oh, well, I only deserve to be with, and not on a conscious level, on a subconscious level, I only deserve to be with this sort of person who's going to give me this puny amount of time or this puny amount of relationship.
Right.
I want you to start thinking about what kind of man do you feel that you deserve? It goes back to your self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
Describe for me, before we go, describe for me what kind of woman Tish is. Describe you.
I'm kind. I am funny, I believe, and I'm passionate about things that I love. Obviously that I love, but it's hard because I think that's another thing with those sites or whatever is it's. I know who I am, but when you put it out there as labels, it's harder, and suddenly it becomes limiting. But I guess that's what I would say right now.
Okay, so let's try that again, Tish, and let's try that with a little more enthusiasm. I want you to tell me the 5 best things about this dynamic Manhattan woman named Tish. Give me 5 dynamic things with energy, with fun. Okay. Really sell it. Give it to me.
Innovative, witty, kind. I think I could do 3 right now.
Okay. That's good. That's a good place. That's a good place.
Independent.
Independent. That's huge.
And why?
I mean, you have to be a survivor to live in New York City. You live in Manhattan. Like, how many people would love to live in Manhattan or try to live in Manhattan and can't make it?
And wise too. I'm starting to get attracted. I might be going to Manhattan.
Okay. So, Tish, I'm going to give you a homework assignment, and definitely feel free to call in next week. We're running out of time, but I would love for you
thank you.
Make a list of, 100 things about Tish, accomplishments. It could be, when you were in 3rd grade and you won the spelling bee. 100 exciting things about you. That's the name of the list.
Mm-hmm. I'll start with that. That's going to be hard because I'm going to go from 3 to 100, but I'm gonna do it. And I think you're excellent. I really love your energy, and I'm gonna try that. And I really appreciate your help.
Well, you are absolutely welcome. And I believe in you. Ron believes in you. So let's work on it.
Absolutely. All right. So Abiola. We'll be back again together next Thursday, same time, same place. The website is abiolatv.com. What's coming up on your schedule this week? Anything going on this weekend?
Yeah, so this weekend, a lot of really exciting things over at AbiolaTV.com. I have interviews with Jill Scott, who is an incredible soul singer and an actress. She won a Peabody Award for an HBO project last year that was filmed in Botswana, humanitarian, great woman. That's going to be on my site, as well as an interview with Lorianne Gibson of the E! Network's The Dance Scene. And I encourage you guys, get in touch with me, Facebook at Abiola TV, Twitter at Abiola TV, and YouTube at Planet Abiola, in addition to AbiolaTV.com.
Awesome. And as always, you can learn all about our guests, past, present, and future at beingwithronash.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place, where our guest will be Darshini in spirit. She'll be taking calls for free readings. So be blessed all. We'll see you again really soon.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com.